Lazy Susan spin around, topics lifting off the ground. Movies, music, games, and TV. Stay tuned and you will see.
Hello and welcome back to the Lazy Susan podcast, where we rotate through conversations and topics about video games, movies, TV, everything and everything. I'm here tonight with my hosts, Adam and Todd, as always. How are y'all doing tonight?
Good. I remembered to mute my phone finally.
Oh, yeah, man.
Doing great.
After that son of a bitch. I was like,
Off to a good start, man. Off to a good start.
Doing great. How about yourself, bro?
Not too bad. You know, another beautiful cold night here where we be living.
I mean, beautiful.
That's pretty cool.
It's very cool. Too cool, apparently.
It wasn't. It was colder. Earlier this week?
Oh yeah. No.
It's perfect right now.
been a
It's
heck of-
58.
It's been one heck of a week, though. That's for sure. As far
The
as
beginning of the
cold
week,
goes.
we had, if you include wind chill, I think we were down to negative 26,
Yeah,
something like that.
they
That's
still
disgusting.
called in school, which was crazy. I was like,
Yeah,
they not coming in.
they ain't going in. I wasn't gonna stand outside waiting for the bus at
Right.
23-degree weather. That's crazy.
man.
So,
It's
yeah.
crazier because they've called it off for warmer weather, you know?
Well, they just did it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was crazy. The reason why they didn't do it, I mean, we gotta get into
They
all
probably-
of it, but it was a
Right.
makeup day on Monday, so I feel like they didn't want to
Do another one, yeah.
call in school the very next day after a day they just made up.
For sure. That's fair. But other than that, everyone's doing good.
Yeah, man. I just got we always ask what we're watching and everything.
Yeah. What we
I
up
just
to?
I didn't realize until this morning that season 3 of Reacher started on Prime. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that.
You're a big fan of that.
Well, I'm a fan of it.
I'm a big fan
And
of it.
they dropped the first 3 episodes today, so I watched
so
all 3 of
excited.
those.
Right
Nice.
on.
This is good. It's
It's good.
real cheesy, like,
That's how we like it.
Yeah.
Extra cheesy.
but it's good. It's good.
Oh yeah.
What about y'all?
I've been keeping busy with Marvel Rivals. Jumped into some.
Naturally.
Finished off the last open beta for Monster Hunter Wilds. Got pretty crazy. I ended up not being able to beat that Arkveld.
No,
Damn it,
never
Adam.
got into it.
Yeah, I tried it several times, and I think total of 4 times total. But I was like, once you get a certain level of invested, I'm like, man, like I'm really grinding for it. And I was like, part of me was like, do I keep on going? The other part's like, I don't get anything from this.
Right. Well,
If I knew I was being able to keep like something or get like some type of title or something, I would 100% nonstop gone after him until I got it.
sure.
I'm surprised they didn't do something like Diablo did with their beta, where if you beat the world boss within the beta time, you got the
They did.
trinket or whatever.
Yep, they did.
Oh,
For Monster Hunter, yep. You actually get you get a little Palico trinket if
you just said you don't get anything.
Yeah.
not for
what the fuck?
not for this new challenge. So when they
Oh.
dropped the beta the first time around, they're like, if you beat this creature or like get to the like end part of the tutorial of your beta, you get this trinket with everything else. So they still
Okay.
had that up and going again.
Okay.
Alleviate some of this green. There it goes. That looks a lot better. I'm not as glitchy. But yeah, so I was a little sad to see that go. I'm very excited to see it return though. We have Zarama in the TikTok chat saying hi.
Oh, what up, Zorama?
What up?
The TikTok chat going crazy.
Yeah. We keeping it real in TikTok live right now, guys and fellas.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Guys
no.
and fellas.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those on TikTok, we are just getting started with our podcast. We are live. We're multi-streaming TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, X, and that's it for now. But
Right.
still one hell of a ride. It's good to get the ball rolling on all those. Hopefully we continue to gain traction and whatnot. But other than that, posting on doing a normal post, getting things ready. I still got to do a little more digging around and getting things figured out as far as the OBS side of things, so we can actually get some gaming streams going, because I really want to get that going, and I'm so close to it. I'm so close to actually getting that to pop off, and it'd be really great to get the ball rolling on that. And aside from that, I've also, gotten to like some Twitter feuds over video games that we'll be touching on. Made some crazy discoveries.
Real quick, what game did you want to play when we start doing that?
Man, honestly, sky's the limit. Right? Yeah. Sky's the limit. Honestly, it would be nice to touch back on Baldur's Gate. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, who knows? There'll be a multitude of games out and about. Who knows if you guys might get into Monster Hunter? If we could that'd be sick if we could run one of that. We'll see, Todd. I know he's horning for his Marvel Rivals, which is fair because that's going crazy right now, and we'll be talking about that today. So, enough about what I'm doing and everything. We'll pass it up to Todd, see how he's doing.
Dude, literally nothing. I didn't have time for shit this week. Just fucking working.
Did
even Marvel Rivals, I haven't played literally this entire week since I got to GM1. I got to GM1, and then I played my first games of GM1 tonight after I got off work, and I'm like one game up. So 4 more games, boys. 4 more games, and we'll be in Celestial. As soon as we get off of this podcast, I'm jumping right into it.
He's got to do it. He's got to do it like before, I think, 2 a.m. our time.
Yeah, it's literally like 2:05. I'm awake every single time. Literally, I'm like, come on, let's go. Every time.
Let's end it already.
Because my days off are usually Wednesday, Thursday. So going into Friday, I always get the 60-minute warning at 1:00 saying, hey, the game is about to be out of date, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then that's when they always do like the store updates and all that shit. So the only thing that I am worried about, I guess I'm not worried about it. Like if it happens, it happens. Because I would like to stay up and see some of the stuff and see how it goes. But I'm worried that the game will be down for a bit, which makes sense.
That's fair. Yeah.
And if it is, I think
that's what's going to end up happening. It has to at least for maybe an hour or so.
Yeah. If it is, it's fine. I'll just go to bed. I'm not too worried about it. But I was trying to experience some of that stuff because I have a bunch of running around to do this weekend.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, that's why I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. It's Ann and I's anniversary on the 22nd.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Congratulations.
Congrats, guys.
Sure. Thanks.
Sure.
This man's like, you know what a really good anniversary gift is? Leaving me alone.
Dude, when we were on the call the other day and like they released that it was coming out on the 21st, I was like, dude, that Friday I'm off. I'm not doing shit else but I'm playing on my computer. And then I just like pan over and I see her like side-eyeing the fuck out of me.
That's great.
Don't let Marvel Rivals be your World of Warcraft to Derek, Derek's World of Warcraft,
Oh my God.
We gotta set some boundaries, Todd.
Definitely never ever gonna be that hard.
He's playing Marvel Rivals and all of a sudden Ann's like, can you help me with something? He like looks at a metal bat and he's like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, no,
you guys are insane.
It's crazy. No, what's insane is how unhealthy your addiction to that game was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I love video games and I've played a lot, but your actual addiction to that game was unhealthy.
It was a learning experience for us all.
I'm not gonna.
Exactly. You can't argue because it's true.
I'm not trying to argue.
You beat me.
That's insane. I just don't feel like having this argument over again. Because I don't know,
you're cursed forever. It's going to be brought up every single time.
Every
this fake story, yeah. It's
whoa! Pump the brakes on fake.
Over exaggerated story.
One thing I won't do is lie to
Over-exaggerated
my
story.
audience.
You're lying to them now.
No,
I beat you. That's insanity.
It's not too far off, Derek.
It's pretty far off.
Struck me with a bat, an aluminum bat.
Yeah.
All these people think I'm a piece of shit because you're lying.
They don't.
Insane.
I seen it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. Thanks, Brian. That's awesome.
Oh, he's got Derek's back. Hell yeah.
That's right. Brian knows what's up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's the shit
but yeah,
that
this
happens
week
so
I
far.
have literally not had any time because I was on a stretch. So I worked 7 days in a row to have this 3-day weekend. So yeah, literally no time to do anything at all.
Heck yeah. All right.
Cool.
We just gonna jump into it then.
Let's
Yeah.
get into it, boy.
All right. We talk. We don't want to pop off with video games, music, or movies, TV. What do you guys want to bring up first?
Hop
Whatever you
off
click
with
on.
it.
Let's just get it out of the way.
Russian root.
All right, we're talking video games, fellas.
Yeah.
Quite
Talk
a topic to bring within the video game atmosphere.
Whoa. You guys are both breaking up.
Whoa, I'm breaking up.
No, you're good. But
All
I think your voices were just overlapping.
All right. Yeah, we got quite a bit of topics.
Topics.
like it.
Yeah. Around the video game atmosphere, and I figured we just kick it off with Marvel Rivals. Sorry, Derek. Once again, Derek actually loves hearing this, so I mean, if anything, he should be grateful that.
Honestly, it's gonna be real swift, Derek. It's not like there's anything crazy going on right now.
So, like the mid-season drop is happening within several hours here, coming up now.
I'll lose his mind if we don't finish this.
We had Fantastic Four. We're finally get the last two of the Fantastic Four. We're getting the Human Torch or the Flame. What is it? Human Torch. I don't know why sometimes I'm like Flaming Torch.
That's crazy.
Because it's Flame on. That was crazy.
I think that's the correlation.
Absolutely insane.
I threw on purpose. I'm trying to make things interesting for people.
Were you really mad that they only released 2 of them in the beginning and not all 4?
I would have been if we didn't
Because
see
they
all
teased
of them.
it with you.
Guess what?
That's crazy. You're so mad about it.
All right.
Oh, all right.
I got to see them all. They're literally all there with all their powers.
But you didn't get to play them. It's crazy.
I didn't get to play the ones on the screen, the trailer in the movie
okay.
theater either.
Okay.
All right, chill.
All right, chill.
Anyway.
Oh, Derek, I wish you were there for me schooling these fools on getting teased the other day.
All right, we got to drop it, guys. We already talked about it. Guys, if anyone's interested, we went back and forth, had a lot of back and forth going along. As far as the Fantastic Four movie trailer from the MCU, I was validated in my thoughts, and you guys can see that for yourself on our YouTube video. We have one saying,
yeah, please hop into that, go into the comments, and let us know who was right.
Yeah, it was definitely me, but we're good.
He's wrong as fuck.
So wrong.
But anyway, aside from that, we actually got the Fantastic. We're going to get the last 2 of the Fantastic Four in the game. Yeah, Human Torch, The Thing, and they absolutely look broken beyond all repair, and I love it. I think it's a great addition to the game. It's what we need to spice things up. We even have the likes of Sexy Red, who was even mentioning on Twitter saying they need to nerf this man. She posted that about the Human Torch's kit when they posted his little loadout and everything.
That's crazy.
I was like, that's actually insane. I was not expecting to see that, but okay, hell yeah, let's go.
Which character are you more excited to play?
So I'm more excited to play Human Torch. I am more. He looks more fun to play. That is
That's
subjective.
insane to
that is
say.
subjective.
I know it's subjective, but it's insane to say from you, someone who likes the brawler.
Yes. I know you were going to say that. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest Thing fan. However, his kit is insane.
Dude, he's the best person to initiate the fight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not dogging him. I'm more excited to be flying around.
Does he add a little zest to the fight?
Surprisingly, he didn't cook at all. Wow.
Oh,
but,
if they threw that in there, I would have laughed so hard in your face.
But they're not.
They
Unless he was voiced by the same actor.
Who cares?
Then I'd be like, they would probably do something like that. Aside from that, Derek, gotta stop bringing it up.
I'm sorry.
We gotta push people to go check out the video on YouTube.
Okay, my bad.
Go see Adam's full crash out on YouTube.
It's
It's full crash.
that crash out leads to
Making
me being
voices and
correct. It's
everything.
actually crazy.
No, it's not.
It's quite the roller coaster ride.
Adam, you're the one still talking about it. You got to move on, brother.
Yeah, why are we still
I
here?
was just
I thought
promoting
we were
it.
talking
My
about
bad.
Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, don't check it out. Stop. Anyway,
Let's
Check it
of the
out.
crash out.
Derek, chill. All right, here we go. So the other thing we'd like to talk about with them is with their drops, we got like several different changes, a lot of different changes when it comes to nerfs and buffs, and we're cooking, man. The whole thing is going to be insane. We're cooking with a lot of awesome nerfs and some interesting changes. Some people who are getting like almost reworked, at least Iron Fist seems that way, right? Iron Fist and Captain America feel like they have a lot of different changes to them.
Yeah. I'm just interested for the shift of the narrative. I love that they're just letting it be free reign, and as soon as they get released, they're letting them be playable in competitive. So
yeah,
that's going to be really fun. I think personally, in my opinion, the biggest W of this was the currency exchange.
Oh yeah,
the purple coins that you get from the battle pass be converted to coins that you can spend on the store currency. Oh my goodness. Like the director literally even said it. He was like, we want everyone's time in this game to be respected. Like, if you're going to be grinding a whole bunch of hours into this game kind of thing, and you beat the battle pass and you get the luxury one, you're like, man, I'm just sitting on all these extra coins. You can, I'm pretty sure the last time around, Iron Fist is going to do percentage damage now. He's going to be like
a new tank buster.
Wolverine. Wow.
I also feel like with his health pool and his additional armor and all that, or whatever, his additional health, he's going to really sit with Mr. Fantastic as well, being able to take a lot of damage. As long as he can build it up. I know it takes a little bit longer for him to build it up. He might be someone like mid-range between Wolverine and Mr. Fantastic, or at least that's how it seems.
Yeah. But yeah, just having your time respected to where you can jump into a game and play hours and hours on end and then get rewarded with the currency that is the paid currency. Like, that's the currency that you have to spend money on to get it. And I feel like I cannot remember a game that has done that in the recent past.
Well, we were talking about it and we're like, it's like something like a mobile game would do. And then we were like looking into NetEase, and it's like, that's their repertoire. That's like a ton of mobile games is what they used to work on. And it's kind of like smart. Like, that's partially like some of the fun with certain mobile games, not every mobile game, obviously, but certain mobile games, it's always fun to be able to go in there and, like, even if it takes a month, you can at least grind currency you can actually buy with cash.
Yep.
So it's nice to have that. And when that actually melds really well,
and it brings in a lot more replayability.
Absolutely. Because people are going to be logging in. It brings players to constantly log in every day. Like, say you're like, damn, my mom's not giving me enough money to put towards this Psylocke skin. And now, I'll just keep logging in every day for a fucking month and do all the quests and finally grind it out. So,
and realistically, you can do it in 3 matches. Like, you can do it in like 40 minutes, because typically your daily one is always complete 3 matches. And then if you just do everything else in there, like heal 5,000 damage, pick up 5 health packs, like you can just focus on that stuff. Go to quick play, focus on that real quick, and you can be done in 30 minutes realistically.
Yeah. So that is actually definitely the best W out of that whole mid-season patch announcement and everything. Because it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. It's gonna be great to add those changes. I know the convergence rate was 1,000 to 100 or something like that.
Yeah, 1,000 purple to 100. I believe it's gonna go to blue. Yeah. Which I'm completely okay with, because when I had the last battle pass, I'm pretty sure I ended that one with like 4,000 or 5,000. So that'd have been an extra 500 coins that I didn't have to worry about. That's $5 right there,
Right?
Just for literally playing the game.
Yeah, and we can get into a little more technicality stuff later, but I did want to bring up the newer. We got little glimpses of the new character skins for Magic and the Hulk.
Hell yeah!
Happy to see them get them. I do feel bad for some characters, like Penny Parker. She is definitely getting the shit end of the stick as far as cosmetics go, but I'm sure the game seems to be doing really well with how it's treating its cosmetics so far. So I'm sure
they're dropping so many cosmetics, like people are
yeah. Surprising though that we're getting like Magic Punk and Hulk or Bruce Banner Punk before Spider Punk.
Yeah,
maybe it's leading up to Spider Punk, and it'll be something like maybe next season. This is kind of like hinting towards next season, or I don't know, maybe cool. Not. But I'm loving the energy. I'm loving the Punk looks on both of them. I don't know if you've seen them fully.
Maybe I haven't seen it. I only saw the icon kind of thing.
Fair enough. When it drops, you'll definitely be loving it. The Hulk looks so good.
I was gonna say it drops. Amazing. Oh wait, no, it doesn't drop. It drops in a week, right?
Does it? Oh, I didn't see when.
I'm pretty sure it
exactly.
drops on the 28th.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to
Yeah.
be within this start, but that's all right. I know everyone's going to be excited. And and the new map. Sorry, I didn't want to throw that out because we get to see Blade. Finally.
It's
Oh
gonna
my
be so
goodness.
good.
And he looks great. And I'm like,
Yes.
dude, just how crazy would it be like actually here's Blade as well. We were able to keep it under wraps. That'd be insane. Be too crazy.
Dude.
There's no way they'd be able to keep that a secret. There's too many people that'd be talking. But I really hope I can't wait for them to actually add Blade. I'm kind of thinking maybe they'll add him.
I would assume next season. I would assume, the ending of this, like we finally got to him after getting through the first 5 pages of it. Now we're gonna go through the next 5 pages. We're gonna release him.
We're gonna release him,
and then at the end of this is the new season. He's gonna be the next 2 heroes.
Is it gonna be four heroes per season?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was double checking because I was talking to Billy about that, and we're like,
they plan on doing 8 heroes a season, 8 heroes a year. I'm sorry,
it's so crazy.
8 heroes a year. That was something that we talked about earlier. Where I was like, that kind of makes me nervous with like sustainability. Like, how do you sustain? I mean, I get it. It's Marvel. That IP is literally infinite, but like, what's your end game? Are you really going to have a roster with 150 characters? Like,
have we ever seen a roster of a hero shooter that big too? You know,
a hero shooter? Absolutely not.
Right. So I'm like, I think they'll like eventually, like if they can like balance this well enough, there'll be times where people are just playing and like we're doing this team comp and out of nowhere is like, oh dude, I totally forgot Rocket was in this game or something, like, like when we have
that'll be the thing is you'll never see like the same team.
Yes, that's what I'm kind of hoping for. And I think that's kind of what they're aiming for as well, is to get that level of just insane just team comps. And you're gonna have like the craziest varieties, especially when they're all playing off of each other with certain ability team ups.
Yeah.
Guess how many characters Marvel Rivals has
right now?
Yes, in the current lineup.
Oof, I don't remember. I know we talked about it. Was it 33, 34?
37.
37.
That's already a lot.
That is already a lot.
Overwatch 2, I guess technically with Overwatch, has been out since 2016. Guess how many heroes that game has?
16.
37.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
The exact same amount.
That's great. Dude, they went for blood. They went straight for the neck. I swear that was their kind of like game plan right out the get-go.
It's the exact same amount. And
is that counting Human Torch in the thing? Because they're about to surpass them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's
Overwatch did just have a new character drop too, though.
One.
Yeah, just one. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Speaking of
33,
Overwatch,
it's 37 with those 4 dropping, with us getting the Fantastic Four. So it's 37 now. Sorry, it got released with 33. It's 37 now. So they're already at Overwatch's capacity currently. Overwatch still plans on releasing 1 character, however, a year or whatever that case is. They're gonna be light years ahead of them just by the end of 2025.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Fuck them.
Overwatch did get to gloat slightly. They were, I think it was yesterday when their new, was it yesterday the new season dropped?
Slight cook.
Yeah. They dropped their new season with like all the changes a bunch of people have always been wanting.
Perks,
finally,
all that stuff.
The devs even said that like, yeah, we weren't expecting to get some competition with this. It's fun to not have to play it safe anymore. And I'm like, that's some cheeky way of saying, damn, we're getting shit out right now. Yeah, we got to step our game up. But they finally, for the first time since Marvel Rivals release, they surpassed them with viewers on Twitch. And it was just because they released their new season. So,
and this was the biggest update of Overwatch since Overwatch 2 released. So that makes sense.
And so I've seen like the comment section was just like, let them have this. Marvel Rivals mid-season comes out in 2 days or a day.
Literally let them have this. They're gonna get fucking devoured.
Yeah. And then the other thing I saw was it showed the trailer for Overwatch 2, and like I forgot how that plays out, but it's like all the heroes saving a kid or something, or saving some humans, and they're like, does this mean Overwatch is back? And then he's like, Winston's like, he looks at everyone, he's like, yeah. And then the comment was, Imagine we're saying this and then not putting out an update in like 2 years. And I'm like, damn.
I'm pretty sure. Is that a new? That sounds like the original like Overwatch.
Maybe. I don't know. All I know is I was cracking up. I thought it was very funny how they worded it.
That's funny.
Yeah. But aside from that, we're very excited for Marvel Rivals, and it's
gonna be great.
We'll have a lot more to. Sorry, Derek. We'll be talking a lot more about it, I'm sure, throughout these next couple
I got like
weeks.
3 hours to hit Celestial.
Yeah, we're gonna keep the ball moving so Todd can try to hit Celestial. All right. Next topic was just Monster Hunter Wilds. Just a quick touch on that again, guys. It comes out the end of the month. Huge news. It's going huge news because it's just adding all the stuff that we've always asked for it to do, and everyone's excited. Everyone's looking forward to at least the original players. Yes. I'm really looking forward to its optimization. I really hope that your PC can handle it, Derek, because if you can't, then that really sucks. You got to try that benchmark test and run it.
Oh yeah, I still got to do
because
that.
it should be the more optimized version, which was weird because when I played the last beta they had for it, it was slightly more optimized because I was having issues I wasn't having before with at least like
I didn't play the
very
second weekend.
minor things. Ooh, there we go. Sorry, but yeah. So that's just comes out at the end of the month. I'm super stoked from that. When that comes out, you'll definitely be hearing a lot more from me talking about it. Monster Hunter Wilds will be crossplay, so absolutely, PlayStation, Xbox, PC. Everyone can play together. 4 people, teams of 4, hunting giant wyvern monsters. You kill them. You take their body parts. You make armor and weapons to upgrade from their body parts, and you go rinse and repeat to bigger and stronger monsters, climbing up the ladder of difficulty until you're fighting godlike beings and killing them to take their body parts to make more weapons and armors out of. It's amazing.
We can do groups of 4 for these monsters.
Yep. If your team is 4, 14 different weapons with all different play styles. It's very in depth.
And the weapons, like their looks change.
Yes, okay. Depending on what monster you're grinding for or whatnot, and the elements, like it changes just more. It's more than just appearances because they'll do like status effects and even elemental effects with those weapons, depending on which monsters you're hunting. Like say one's known for breathing fire, you kill that monster, you make a giant sword out of it, it's gonna do fire damage.
Okay.
And then you can go after an ice monster who's weak to that fire damage, and
Right.
It's very
all
fun.
I know
climb up
is the dual wield. That little fucking move where you look like Captain Levi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was like, all right, that's what I have to do.
Absolutely.
Nothing else matters.
The other thing they do is really awesome is crossovers, and I can't wait to see the crossovers they do for Wilds because it's going to look so great. Because they are a Capcom company, and they've been known to do crossovers with Resident Evil from Monster Hunter World had Resident Evil. They had Mega Man. There was ones with
it's an interesting
Street
combo.
Fighter. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The game definitely knows when to be wacky and fun and when to be serious and have its world building and environment really show. And they definitely highlight with those things. I can't speak well enough about it. It's creme de la creme. It's going to be up there. Definitely a contender for Game of the Year this year already, for sure. I mean, just the beta alone was bringing in almost half a million.
It ain't beating Marvel Rivals. And Marvel Rivals ain't beating Snake Eater, so as much as I love Marvel Rivals, I'm hyping that game up. But if Snake Eater is honestly just not broken, like if it's a playable game, just off of what they've released, it's over. It's over.
Right on. Well, aside from Monster Hunter, we got Call of Duty pulling a quick one over the fans, huh?
What's crazy is it looks dope.
It looks amazing. Don't get me wrong.
It looks so fucking good.
So for people who don't know, Call of Duty, has it released already or is it releasing soon?
I don't think it's come out yet. I don't think
I haven't
they're
played
doing
it in a while.
Speaking of crossovers, I suppose, right? They're doing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover, and you have access to all 4 of the turtles. And they look actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
Good enough to like, hey, we're gonna do a movie with this skin, like it looks amazing. I can't hate on it for the design because obviously they absolutely killed it. However, we can hate on it, and just ask ourselves, what are we even doing at this moment? When you look at the price of all 4 turtles, and what'd you say, $90?
It's closing in on like $90.
That is so crazy. More expensive than
presumably they're all like around 20 or 21,
a little over
or $22.
Yeah.
And then like taxes bring it up to like 90 depending on where you're at.
I would have like understood like a bundle of like, okay, you can get 2 for like 20 or 25, and then 25 would be really pushing it.
So I
think skins are overpriced in general in Call of Duty.
True, right. You're gonna get that.
They should be like $10 a turtle, dude. I don't understand why that's not a thing.
Price is wild. What the fuck?
It's the not the Fantastic Four, but the Guardians of the Galaxy skins in Marvel Rivals, because they come with 4 of them. You can buy them each individually for 1,800 coins, or you can get them in a pack for 4,500 coins. I did the math and whatnot. Like that breaks it down to being like 11.25 per thing. So you save like 700 coins if you get them in a pack per thing. And on top of that, that right there is still more than half of the price of what those 4 are. And you're getting more with it. You're getting an MVP. You're getting all this stuff. I mean, I'm sure you get like probably a gun or whatever that is, and like a blueprint and stuff. But like, I don't know. The contrast is so different. And then on top of that, you paid, well, most people did, $70 for this game.
Right.
If you don't have it on Game Pass, you already paid $70 for this game, and then you're gonna go pay. I'm not going to say it's a bad thing to pay more than the price of the game on skins, because with Overwatch 1, I easily did that in loot boxes. I probably spent like hundreds of dollars on that. So that's not really the issue. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't feel right when they have the issues that they have in their game, and then you're going to just keep pumping out money grubbing content as opposed to that's where it feels dirty to me. Is like, fix the content, not the content, but like fix the state of your game, not even the content. Fix the state of your game and make it playable for all the hundreds of thousands of, even millions. Millions of people that are playing this thing, because it just doesn't feel right. Like I never in a million years could justify giving them $90 for those skins. If they did something like that in Marvel Rivals, though, I could justify it because of how they're treating us, you know?
Right. And I don't think they would, because it's honestly boils down to give your players some respect. If you're going to ask for like something that huge, and you shouldn't be asking for something that huge. If anything, you should be bundling it. Like that should be like, hey, you want all 4 turtles? Well, guess what? It's going to actually be in a bundle. It'll still be more expensive, obviously.
Yeah.
But it'll be within reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they would have bundled it together and they would have did it for like $60, that would have brought it all of them for $15 a pop. Sure, like it's still really expensive, but
it's more understandable.
It's more understandable, you know.
Yeah, at least give a damn.
60
like
still
honestly,
feels rough, but
60 does feel rough, right? But at least you're giving them an option of putting it in a bundle at a cheaper price than asking for damn near $90. That's crazy. It reminds me of Diablo doing their whole mount for like more than the price.
I forgot about that. That was so dumb.
Is it a Blizzard? Is it
I was
going to
say,
or is it a Microsoft?
It's a Blizzard thing.
It's a Blizzard thing. Dude, they're what they're doing and what they have been doing with Overwatch, Diablo, Call of Duty. They're pushing to see how much they can get. How much can push come to shove? Because if they can see if they can push you, they're going to shove you. They're going to get
absolutely.
Giving them an inch, taking a mile, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're testing how much they can get their inches. If we allow it, people keep on buying these skins and pumping up those $90. They're going to be like, all right, well, then we can always take this mile. And sure, people will complain, but they're still going to buy it at the end of the day.
Also, call me crazy. I don't think it helps that the streamers buy every single one of these things.
It doesn't.
I agree.
It doesn't help.
Honestly, I'd be happier with a streamer going, you know what? I'm not going to get with that. That's kind of.
I mean, some of them do nowadays. Like some of them are like standing against that, but like most of the time, like everything new comes out as soon as like the new Call of Duty Battle Pass comes out. If you're primarily a Call of Duty streamer, you're gonna buy all of the things in the Battle Pass to have it maxed out on day one, kind of thing. You're easily gonna spend over hundreds of dollars just to appease your audience. And lucky for them, that's just the tax write-off. So Call of Duty gets their money. They
That's
get all that
true.
shit
It's
for
part of their
free.
business,
So
right.
yeah.
And yeah, it is just grimy though. I would prefer watching a streamer who actually has some self-respect for their community, because it boils down to Call of Duty and Blizzard seeing these streamers and banking on these streamers buying these skins to show off to their stream. It's kind of like a weird streamers are kind of relying on that so they get views. People are going to actually want to watch you. I feel like 0.5% more people will actually want to watch you if you're actually rocking the Ninja Turtle skins and you can switch between all of them versus someone who's just playing regular Call of Duty. I feel like that does fall in the line, and it does suck because obviously they're going to want to do it because they're going to get more views.
And it pumps out content for them. Like, here's a quick 30-second video of all the Ninja Turtles, and that gets me 100,000 views on TikTok, blah, blah, blah.
It's one of those shitty things, though. But yeah, it's like...
who do you think is the most common turtle you see?
I feel like we'll see Michelangelo.
Yeah, Michelangelo.
No?
No. Yeah, I guess.
I feel like he's
Michelangelo
more
or Leonardo.
The most popular. Or Leonardo, yeah, for sure. I feel like those two are more the popular ones, for sure. Right. No hate to any of the other turtles. It's just I feel like
Derek wants it to be Raph.
I know it won't be. Raph's
Right.
my favorite, but I was just curious what y'all thought.
I think Raph and Donatello kind of get the shaft as far as the fandom goes.
I don't think
Raph
doesn't get.
Donatello gets the shaft.
No.
I'm not saying from me. I'm just saying from the fandom. I don't think he gets enough respect. I'm saying I don't think he gets enough respect. Okay, chill. I'm not saying I hate him. I like all the turtles, but Mikey is my favorite.
I was like, yo, fuck Donatello.
Yeah.
Do you guys? I'm not gonna say who, but do you guys have it spoiled on who the last Ronin is?
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, okay.
Shredder.
It's Shredder. You don't know who it is, Todd?
Is that the new movie?
Well, there's
a comic.
It's a comic. It's the last turtle.
Oh yes, and
They're
like you don't know who it is because they yeah.
Do you know who it is?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Who is making that game? Do we know?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Well, I'm kind of curious because I'm kind of curious like what kind of play style they would be going for with that type of game, because we got rumors about how Rocksteady is working. It is like heavily rumored that Rocksteady's in cahoots with PlayStation to make an exclusive Batman Beyond game. I thought that was insane. Sucks that it's going to be exclusive.
I hate that it's exclusive. I love that I have a PlayStation, but I hate that it's
I feel like it's a huge win for Sony. But
we'll eventually get it on PC, but
I'm not
but like
worried,
that's so dumb. I hate that
like,
you gotta wait a whole year for it.
But who knows?
Then they want to charge full price again. Like fuck
right.
off.
As long as it doesn't get remastered 2 years later.
It's Sony, so it will be.
Right. Raph is all gas and no brakes, so he's the turtle for duty. True. That's what our comment said.
He's not wrong.
Right. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that and your guys' thoughts on that. I know it's kind of shiesty, but hopefully, I don't know. PlayStation, I feel like, has a weird approach now when it comes to its cohesiveness with PC, because some games will pop off at the same time. I don't know if it's going to get more common or not. Like Helldivers 2 popped off at the same time with PlayStation. I feel like that was a really good balance of having them both pop off at the same time. We had it was received really well. So maybe they might feel more inclined for one of their newer titles to also pop off on PC at the same time. Who knows?
Who's rumored to be making this game?
Rocksteady, people who made Arkham Asylum, all the Arkham games, and then who made
okay, so that's what I was gonna say.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So they're coming off a huge L. So they kind of need a W.
So do you think it plays like same style as Arkham?
I think that's the safest bet for them to do it that way. And I think they need to play it safe, because I don't think taking any risk that kind of even deviates from what the fans liked is going to be too risky for their company, which already just took a huge L. So
sure.
What's crazy is the Arkham games progressively got so much better.
Yeah.
Like from 1 to 3, they great.
Which made no sense that why they went to do the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Everyone was like, why did you just abandon this? You could have just kept on winning.
Yeah.
But then you took like a weird turn that nobody really wanted, and you could have just kept on doing a different approach. Done one year, could have done Batman Beyond already and had that going and popping off, or done Nightwing or any of the other underlings of Batman. or even change it up to a different DC hero, switch it up. But
Yeah.
they had a winning recipe. They did take a risk, which sometimes I do applaud, but I just don't think it was the right one. It wasn't anything the fans were asking for either.
Nope.
But aside from that, we also have another company taking a weird risk that I know a lot of people aren't happy about, and that's Microsoft with their AI gaming system that they're testing out. And which company was Ninja Theory? The people, or is it Ninja? Yeah, Ninja Theory. A Batman Beyond game would go so hard. Absolutely, Terry McGinnis needs his props. He needs his flowers because he's been getting him. Yeah,
he gets no love.
Yeah, we need more love for, actually, no, that's actually huge because I'm surprised they're able to pop off with a Batman Beyond game because what James Gunn said about the whole DC universe, like everything will coincide, movies, TV, and all that. But I think he's kind of deviating from that plan, at least because it's the way some of his plans kind of sound like they're playing out on top of games being like this. And some DC shows still going on in a certain path, like Teen Titans Go, like they're going to be they're like, there's no way they're going to stop that. That thing is doing.
I think that they're their own thing, though.
Right, but like I'm just saying that he said everything would be attached, so he's clearly able to leave some things alone, like the Batman with Robert Pattinson.
Sure,
and all that. So it's interesting. But if he does green light, I wonder if the Batman Beyond has been green light through him, though. I guess that's the question more or less I'm asking. I don't know if it's something they even care about anymore. With
things if games are at least attached. About the games.
Right. That's what I would assume as well. But hopefully this does really well. And maybe we can actually, if it does really well, get more eyes on it, get more people talking about Batman Beyond, and actually get like a decent animated
dream, man.
Man, that animated series would have been so hard if they had that whole one that was hinted from the creators of Across the Spider-Verse when they actually pitched their idea to DC.
Yeah. That would have been great.
This should have happened. I'm so mad that it got canned.
Maybe someone's really pushing for Batman Beyond, and James Gunn was like, put it in a video game, show me that people actually give a shit about this guy, and then we can talk.
That could be exactly what it is. I hope so.
If
hopefully it pops off. Right. But then, what I was talking about with Microsoft doing AI, they're working with Ninja Theory, it's all good. Just AI in gaming is weird, but like there were some clips that popped up showing like Microsoft was like, hey, check it out. It's like their AI system recreating certain games and having like it play in like a new map that the game designed. Very weird. It's like they're using AI, but they're also using Ninja Theory, the team that makes like the Ninja Gaiden games and all that, to like handhold this thing to make sure it doesn't go off the rails and do some weird shit and keep it in line to make sure it's focusing on making a game a certain way. It was really weird that they used that Bleeding Edge game. Totally forgot about that game until they brought it up. The graphics on it look really weird, but it's just because AI is generating everything. And as of right now, obviously it's going to look a certain way, but
yeah, I don't know about that.
Pretty weird. I don't know. I know a lot of people are not fans of that. I'm just kind of curious what your guys' take on
maybe
AI
down the line, but right now, probably not good.
I feel like there's just has to be I feel like there just has to be a certain line, like of clarity, a line of clarity with the developers while using the AI. Like, hey, we use this AI which is pulling from this, and this source. This way, they can at least credit the source because it kind of like shiesty if you put your life's work into something and you just have AI snap it out. And you don't get credited for anything. So maybe they can do like a percentage credited to people. Like, hey, yeah, we used 0.5% of your this that you made for this AI. So I don't know if that's possible, but if it is, I think the clarity would be huge. I think it'd just be huge as far as people being okay with it. Because obviously a lot of people aren't okay with it. And you'd have to win a lot of people over when using anything AI. But that's all I had to say about it. I don't know if you guys have any other thoughts about AI in gaming.
I'm here for it.
Todd's like, just bring in the new era.
Yep.
Fair enough. All right. Now it's time for me to kind of yap. Unless you guys want to talk anything about video games, because I got my hot take I needed to fucking just get out there.
Get it out there.
All right, gentlemen. Let me take a quick sip.
Are we going into Avowed?
We are going into Avowed.
Right. I'm going to go grab a pillow and take a quick nap.
There you go. And grab some popcorn. Hello, people. All right, we're talking about Avowed. Game just came out for everyone because it had a little early access release, but now it's available for a lot of people. And the game is causing quite the stir because you have news articles popping up claiming the game's doing better than it actually is. They're pulling from, hey, it's topping the Steam charts as best sold game, but every game when they kind of release always kind of do it. It's not like a great feat. The greater feat would be to see how many consistent players it has. And the last time I checked, it was at 17,000, which is nothing big. It's actually pretty on the low end as far as Steam. But obviously, a lot of people are going to be jumping into this on Game Pass. Xbox doesn't give us that level of clarity, so we don't know exactly how many people are playing it. Now, before I pop off, I want to say it's okay if you liked Avowed. All right? I have nothing against that. You can like the game.
Like what you like.
Yes. The general consensus from people who actually are like talking well, or, giving the game its actual like pros and cons and actually acknowledging a lot of the cons, say it's just like a mediocre game. It's like decent. It's just nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my personal feel with this game, based off of all my knowledge on it, is I don't like to say this about video games, but I genuinely hope this game fails. I don't like saying it, but in the long run, I believe it is beneficial to not only the gaming industry, but the RPG genre. This game, like I said, mediocre. However, giving Obsidian's given their record, they're not really known for mediocre games, especially when it comes to their bigger hits, especially when they're backed by one of the bigger companies, Microsoft. So they have no excuse to have a lot of these shortcomings when it comes to the fundamentals in this RPG. My issue is Avowed lacks some of the most basic fundamentals of an RPG, and I'm not just trying to compare it to Skyrim or Oblivion. However, those are great ones to pull from because they have some of the best parts of a RPG, and it's not just because they are the game that they are. Especially when it comes to NPCs. Avowed lacks any care or forethought when it came to putting in their NPCs in the game. Every NPC is glued to their spot. They are not rendered to live in the town that they live in. They don't move around or walk around in the town unless it's a scripted moment. So they stay still. They don't react to you attacking. They don't react to you stealing. They don't react if you bring an enemy in town. The enemy doesn't react to any of the guards, doesn't react to any of the humans that are glued to their spot. They are just stuck to their spot. You basically don't exist in this world to them unless it is a scripted moment within a quest or a main story's quest or a side quest. And this fundamental, a lot of people are like, you're just trying to compare it to Skyrim. This isn't a Skyrim thing. This isn't an Oblivion thing. This thing has been around from Fable. This has been around from EverQuest. You can go into a city and attack a guard and you will cause reputation. It causes you to get more immersed into a game. My issue with this is if we were to allow these fundamentals to be like, yeah, sure, we'll just be okay with it. My issue with it is if you okay these fundamentals being out of the game and just okay with that, then the next game Obsidian does, they don't need to worry about that because nobody cares about that. We're just caring about living in the now, doing a quest and attacking these creatures. Wow, look how pretty this game looks. Boils down to the game is gorgeous. I'll give it its props. The game does look absolutely gorgeous. Most of the spells look amazing. Some of the spells look kind of cheesy when it comes to some of the fire. I was like, not the craziest, but I'm not going to flaw it for it. So the game, I feel like on the surface level is very beautiful to look at. Some of the combat elements are very nice, but when you go into the game's bones, you get into the elements of an RPG, you start to see a ton of flaws pop out. And I feel like if you accept all these flaws, all you're going to end up getting is flaws in the future. So the reason why I hope the game fails is because I believe we need higher standards. And I believe if we hold these games that have these publishers like Microsoft, we should hold them to higher standards. This way, the next games we get will have some of the best elements of an RPG implemented into them. Like I said, Obsidian is no stranger to these elements being in their game, especially with Fallout New Vegas. I understand the majority of the people that work on that game are probably no longer working at Obsidian, but it doesn't excuse them not to reflect on their past works as Obsidian and leave these core elements out. And I would say it is like, oh, well, they just didn't have time, or you can make whatever excuses for it. It does boil down to just being lazy, because at least Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, or Tears of the Kingdom gives you a game that doesn't even have to worry about attacking NPCs. That's not part of the game. You can at least attack them and they'll react. You'll swing your sword at them and they'll go, whoa, what are you doing? You get some type of pull in with the immersion that they even acknowledge you outside of a main or side quest. Now, one of the biggest things I argue with this is if you're just okay with this, or if you can look at the game and say, oh, there's no issues, and you're going to discredit any of these elements of an RPG, I feel like you don't want Xbox to succeed and you don't want Obsidian to succeed, because the way I'm looking at it right now is this game will not last more than 2 weeks. I guarantee you. Aside from, and that's aside, and that's, we have a lot of other games coming out. It came out in the middle of some bigger title releases. But when you play a game like that and you're just playing what the game is spoon feeding you, and you don't get your enjoyment of actually pulling from other immersions and like, oh, I wonder what would happen if I approach this person in this way, and they limit you in so many different aspects, you're not gonna sink time into this game. This game's not gonna be a time sink. They're not gonna get the amount of play time that players would actually enjoy from a RPG that has those elements. So I fear is, a lot of people see this, and a lot of people are complaining about this, which is very valid and fair. I don't believe the game will last more than 2 weeks. And shortly after, maybe a month later, you'll start to hear Microsoft has laid off this team in Obsidian. I don't want to hear that. I really don't. But it's the harsh reality when you don't put stuff like this in your game. So I wanted them to succeed. To succeed, you got to put these core elements in the game, and they are core elements. You look at a ton of past RPGs have at least acknowledgement to these things. Billy said lots of games don't have interactive NPCs though, right? Monster Hunter. Now, Monster Hunter is what should we call it? The way it's pitched. So Monster Hunter isn't your choices matter, your decision making matter. It's a different type of RPG. It's like an action RPG it's, I guess, not to put to its point, but the way Monster Hunter is pitched, you're not making a game where your every decision matters, your choices matter. They're not giving you this illusion that you're carving your destiny, which is exactly what Avowed said. You're carving your destiny with decisions you make, with everything. When you pitch a game like that, you're taking away those basic RPG elements. You can make whatever argument you want as far as, oh, well, this game doesn't. There's so many pointing fingers. God of War doesn't have it with certain characters. Horizon Zero Dawn doesn't have it with with its characters. Yes, they don't have it, but characters like Kratos and characters like Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, they have a certain characteristic to uphold. These aren't characters you create, but they have characteristics that they uphold, and it would take you more out of the immersion if they just started going AWOL.
Well, with those games, you're also following a story. You're not making your own story. Right.
So when a game pitches itself as you carve your own destiny, well, what if my destiny is to kill that merchant over there who keeps on talking shit to me, or to kill this guard because, I want to see if I can wear his armor. I want to be able to get a higher level up or something. I want to test the boundaries. It doesn't give you these fun moments that most of these other RPGs. It's sad when you see that people are comparing Avowed to Oblivion right now. Not even Skyrim. And I was even going back and looking at Morrowind. I think Morrowind is actually kind of more on par as like things. It kind of feels like Avowed as far as items, interactions with you, and the way, actually not NPCs. NPCs from Morrowind walk around their city and they interact with each other, and they live in their cities. They go on a 24-hour night cycle. Avowed characters stay stationary 24 hours a day. They don't go to bed. They don't go inside their buildings. You can't go inside practically any of the buildings in this game. You're locked outside most of them. That's just, you can't, there's no way of getting inside. The cities they built, the NPCs they put in there are so dead. It's, like I said, reality starts to kick in this type of game where you exist only within its story and side story, nothing else. Brian said, but when I try to kill an NPC in Skyrim, they're important to the story. Not all the time. And that was one of my major flaws with, I guess, starting with, what was the first game from Bethesda that started to give you NPCs that you couldn't kill? That always felt odd to me. It's like,
Wasn't
I think
that
it was
one of
actually
your biggest
Oblivion.
complaints was Starfield?
Yeah. So, because like Bethesda has even started to derail the amount of NPCs you can actually kill and not kill. Morrowind, you could kill absolutely everyone, and it would give you a warning. Hey, you just killed someone very important to the story. Your save is doomed. You can continue playing if you want, but if you want to continue the story, you'd have to go back to a previous save. But as they went further on, Oblivion started to have very small like amount of characters, maybe 5, 6, 7, whatever characters that you couldn't kill. You could just knock them down, knock them out to get back up. Skyrim added even more. Fallout added a little more. Skyrim added a lot more. Then you had Fallout 4 that added even more. And then they got to the point where they were too lazy to even render you attacking these people and knocking them out with Starfield. You can't even knock out some NPCs in Starfield. They just don't react to you shooting at them or attacking them. And that's always been an immersion killer that I've seen regress. And I'm like, why are we regressing to this point? And now I see something like Avowed that doesn't even treat it like it's their period. So I've just been seeing this nonstop regression, at least on Microsoft's side, because now I guess it's a Microsoft thing. And if I was Microsoft, I wouldn't want that type of reality to kick in for people to say, oh shit, it's a Microsoft RPG. They're not going to be able to actually enjoy the RPG elements of this game. I am just complaining about the NPC side. Most of it does go deeper. There's some elements of the game that just don't feel fleshed out for Avowed. Can't stand in a camp. You can stand in a campfire without getting burned. Arrows, you have an infinite amount of arrows. They can stick into anything. You shoot it at stone, it's just sticking in, and then they just dissipate after 4 shots. When you go to Oblivion Oblivion, at least, you can shoot these arrows at a stone. They bounce off the stone. They get stuck in wood. There's that mechanic. There's a lot of forethought when it comes to these minor RPG elements that also build up to just the immersion. You're not going to have all these fun moments. I'm telling you, some of the moments I live for in these games. I love these type of games. I was excited for Avowed when it got announced. I was excited to see it when it first came out. And then I started to have my issues. I'm like, oh, it looks a little clunky. This doesn't look too promising. And then there's these nails in the coffin that's saying, actually, you can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do that. And I can do all these things in Fable, guys. Like, we can go back. Older games did it. And they did it better. And it's like, this is the type of immersion we should be expecting from any RPG. You're going to take it out. I'm not going to support it. And I hope it does fail, because we need to have the standard of these things need to be implemented into an RPG so we can carry on. We can keep these people having jobs so they can actually appreciate the work that is put into these things. And it's sad to see these things go. Like I said, I really don't think this game will last more than 2 weeks. Just little attention to detail stuff is missing. The love these developers would put into the game is slowly dying, and it's sad. Very true. I also said, especially with Obsidian, Fallout New Vegas will age better than Avowed, simply for these reasons. You have a world, and people are living in it. The NPCs are living in it. Avowed, you have a world, beautiful, but the NPCs aren't living in it unless they are a part of the main quest or side quest. And that's a polished turd is a polished turd. It's a turd in the end. So that's the way I see it. Like I said, I hate to say that I want a game to fail, but I do want a game to fail because we need to make sure that these standards don't get accepted. I love RPGs, especially when you get to create your own and carve your own destiny. Baldur's Gate 3 is the best to do it. I'm not expecting everything to be at Baldur's Gate 3 level, but it is the progression I've always looked for when we got our RPG elements. We've had these RPG elements in video games from a long time ago, and I've always thought they would progress a lot faster to Boulder. I thought we would have had Baldur's Gate 3 maybe like 5-6 years ago. I'm happy we have it now. I want to make sure that these are the things that are getting praised and the other stuff is not getting praised, because I'm not trying to promote any lazy shit, man.
True.
So that's my final rant.
Well,
thank you guys for letting me have that time. Yeah, feel free. You get to check out plenty of videos of people comparing a lot of the different games to Avowed and speak. I mean, if you're enjoying it, you can enjoy it. I just hope it doesn't win or doesn't succeed for that reason. It can't be accepted.
It's someone's favorite game of all time and they hate you right now.
That's okay. Oh, speaking of which, that leads me to what I was surprised to deal with, because I've had this opinion and I posted it on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we got attacked hard. I was schooling these fools, but it gave me the weird realization that there's a lot of people writing for Avowed more than it deserves. Like you point out all these things and they go, "Oh, you're shifting the goalpost. Oh, that doesn't matter in these type of games. Oh, you're just comparing it to Skyrim." A lot of people have this mentality, and a lot of people come at you reckless. And it's like, dude, I'm just criticizing something that I think you can at least meet me halfway on, but they're refusing to go buckle an inch. And I'm like, this is really weird. Look into their profile. They're like Xbox everything. Their profile's even an Xbox, and it's all this Xbox stuff. I'm like, okay, all right, next person, same thing, promoting Xbox nonstop. And it's like, that's weird. Next person who's complaining and not willing to buckle an inch, Xbox, all this and that. Coming at PlayStation is a common thing where they're just gunning after PlayStation. I'm like, wait a minute. So I had a full circle moment where I realized that the console war is not dead. I thought it was dead, or at least dying, but it is very much alive and thriving. And it is the weirdest thing to see and quite sad for a lot of these individuals. I'm like, dude, you all are really console war promoting here. Like, people are ride or dying. They have this mentality that just Sony sucks, PlayStation sucks. Then you go on the other side and they're like, Xbox sucks, pieces of shit, and like this and that. People hoping for Avowed to fail just because it's an Xbox game, or Xbox people just hoping, or not hoping, but just overly praising Avowed because they need Xbox to have this win. They have like this sunken cost fallacy where they put too much time and money into their Xbox, and they're not willing to. They're like, no, it's the best thing that's ever happened. This is the greatest RPG. I now have a top new 5 games of all time. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all are overhyping it, and it's because you're in this console war. And we were I was getting came at like I was a PlayStation fanatic, and I was called a PlayStation fanatic when I was criticizing this game. I was like, hey, this is an issue, and I think we should all recognize it as an issue, and maybe like, hey guys, we have higher standards. They were like, nope, you're a PlayStation fanatic. And I'm like, whoa. So I got into some Twitter beef with that because they thought I was a PlayStation fanatic, and they had people thinking I was somebody else trying to belittle me, calling me a different user named Nibs. And I was like, that's not me. Don't know what you want me to tell you. And some fun back and forths for sure. You can check it out on Twitter. Boom, boom. But yeah, it's really weird to see the console wars is even a thing. It's kind of depressing for those people. I feel like their lives are pretty sad.
Get a PC.
Get a PC. Honestly, I'm not even trying to be a PC master race. You're a piece of shit. No, like honestly, like your life will be for the better. Get a PC. That was one of my other issues, though. I was like, or not issues, but like realizations when it came to Avowed shit in the bed in my mind. I was like, if this happened like 10 years ago, I would have been like, dude, the state of gaming, we're fucked. Having a PC and realizing that indie games are like thriving like crazy, I'm not too worried about it. It just sucks. I don't want to see Obsidian leave. I don't want to see Xbox have to lay off anybody. But what you call it, with having a PC and having access to indie developers that can make these games better and have been making these games better, I'm like, dude, I'm all for it. Like, go ahead, you can shit the bed now because we have developers that actually care about their games. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So PC life, it'll make you happier for sure.
Sure will.
Have access to like everything and not even trying to be a douche. Just get a PC and be happy.
And a PS5.
No, Derek, you're fueling the fires.
Well, no, it's just because you don't gotta wait a year to play some of these games.
Maybe, or maybe you don't care. It's up to you. Or maybe PlayStation will start to put them out.
PlayStation games, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair too, right? But that's my big rant on everything. It just was crazy to see. I had God forbid we get a little criticism.
After listening to your rant, I don't agree with you.
About what? Feel free.
About
go ahead.
Why you don't like the game. I do think that you are too focused on comparing it to other games that it is not.
It's an RPG.
Pokemon Go is a fucking RPG, Adam.
It's a RPG where you create your character and you make your own destiny. You pitch in that way.
So is Pokemon Go. I created my fucking character, and
you don't get to choose
collecting
you don't
the
get
Pokemon that I want to collect.
Okay.
You're comparing it to a game that is an open world RPG to where what you do is it's infinite. It's a sandbox game. That's what you want it to be. You want it to be a sandbox game like Grand Theft Auto, to where you can go anywhere and do whatever you want, kind of thing, to where, no, that's not how this game is. It sounds like it's linear, and the choices that you make in the campaign will affect the outcome of the game. So what you do in this said mission will change what happens in the next said mission and the next said mission, and so on and so forth. Just because one NPC is standing in place as opposed to being on a route and walking 10 meters and then walking back and being like, oh, hey, why'd you bump into me? And then just keep doing what they're doing and walking into a wall. That doesn't break immersion. That doesn't break immersion at all. That just, honestly, them running into a wall over and over again breaks immersion. That takes you out of the Skyrim and all the shit that you're looking for. So I don't think that them having a set place that they stand and there's no day and night cycle, like, this sounds like it was a game that was for probably, maybe I might get fried for saying this, but like an older generation that is just looking for something to play linear, have like different decision making, and see something that's beautiful. But just because you can't interact with somebody that has nothing to do with the story doesn't mean anything.
It's more or less, there are characters that will have something to do with the story, but you can't interact with them until it's their time. My issue with that still is it is lazy, no matter how you look at it, that they didn't even put no forethought into any interaction, as far as like Legend of Zelda, like I said, where they even go acknowledge you there. You not being acknowledged at all, I think takes you out a lot, especially when you build this world where nothing feels like it's lived in until the game is telling you it's your time. It's your time to do this. Once again, if this was an indie studio, fine, go at it. This is your new game. This is your first game or newer game. This is a studio who has a reputation of games that have been like this in the past.
And they're back. You are comparing those games. This isn't that game. This isn't an open world sandbox game. You have to get that out of your mind of like, I can do this and that because I want to.
Fable's not an open world sandbox game. Fable has those elements. A lot of Legend of Zelda games aren't as open world, but they have those elements. This is just an RPG thing.
It's not just an RPG thing.
It is create your own destiny. It is a shape or a shifting RPG where the world shifts to your decisions. When you pitch something like that, I expect, especially when you're backed by Xbox and your Obsidian, I expect a certain level of immersion to be
because of your comparison to other games.
To RPGs that are successful. This game's not going to succeed. I want this game to succeed.
RPGs that company made,
yes,
that aren't this game.
RPGs that are for RPG people, for people who enjoy those RPGs, those RPG fans, and which is the majority.
Right, and this is not that game. That's what I'm saying. This is not that game.
Way. Yes, it is. It was pitched that way, and it's the way it is. If you're going to pitch an RPG where your choices matter and your decisions matter, my choice clearly doesn't matter if I can't off somebody I don't like.
Why are you trying to off?
It's actually crazy that you're dying on this hill when your beloved fucking Cyberpunk came out and not a single fucking choice in that game mattered. And that game had a dead ass city with a bunch of fucking motherfuckers walking back and forth and going. Oh my God. You want to talk about broken promises? We talked about this before. I could have been a street urchin. I could have been a fucking corporate guy. I could have been all the fucking different things. And none of that shit mattered.
In the very beginning, yes. Yep. And I agree. That's bad. Guess what? That's bad. Okay.
Did they ever fix it?
The beginning decision?
Did they ever fix the main thing that they said they were going to base that game off of? So if I pick a street kid, is it going to be different along the storyline? If I pick a corporate, whatever I don't remember the
technically, there's a lot of this. No. There's a lot of decisions you make in the game that will give you some up some andes. You can get like, hey, actually, I don't have to deal with.
And
this
why are you okay with them spoon feeding you that shit?
Okay, that's
literally spray painted shit. They're like, ooh, you're gonna have all the ability to do all of this shit, and then the game comes out and you're like, ooh, we weren't able to do this, but Night City looks really fucking cool. Oh, I fell through the map, but at least the fucking tech guys are looking really fucking
dial
cool.
It back before you go full throttle. Okay, because guess what? One, yes, they got annihilated for their fucking mismanagement of that game, and they mismanaged the beginning. However, every way, shape, and form that game offers you immersion is tenfold of anything Avowed does. This is not okay. CD Projekt Red at the time was just their company who just had Witcher 3 pop off. Obsidian is backed by Microsoft. How many times do I have to say that? Not okay, not acceptable. We should have standards, and this is the standards I expect in a fantasy RPG where you create your own path. And I'm not alone on this. And because I'm not alone on it, this game will fail. I'm telling you.
All of us have
zero, Brian.
Collective amount of 0. That's why I don't think that this is a valid crash out.
That's why I haven't said a thing about it.
That's why I'm not saying anything negative about it. That's why I don't think that this is a valid crash out.
Brought up Mass Effect.
Go ahead.
All right, yeah. Mass Effect, I had somebody in the comments on Twitter bring it up, and I was like, you know what? At first, that was initially not a bad pick. There's 2 issues with Mass Effect. One, you are Commander Shepard no matter how you make Shepard. Yes, you have a lot more freedoms than you do with Avowed. The world has a more lit life than Avowed. You can't kill NPCs like crazy, but you are Commander Shepard, and you are expected to play Commander Shepard to a certain extent, whether you're evil Shepard or good Shepard. 2, the game never pitched it to be that way. When you look at the game's descriptions, like play Commander Shepard to lead your team through space to fight aliens, basically. It was never like carve your own destiny. Yeah, they give you a lot of decisions to make in that game, but it was never pitched that way. Avowed is pitched as a fantasy RPG where your decisions matter.
But you can't say that your decisions don't matter if you haven't played a single mission.
Of Avowed?
Yeah.
I've literally watched several missions played out. Yes, I watched the game, and you guys might give me shit for that. Wait. Billy is, though. Adam has played 0, but I've watched probably more than you have played right now. And my argument was I'm not going to play this game. I'm not going to give them the time or day for them to gloat about any more numbers. I already told you my stance on this is I want the game to fail because this is not acceptable.
Derek, let's
if
go play
I
the
even
game.
Get one more person. Wow. Anyway, if I was one more person, even on top of that, like say you did, guess what? That's not a third person playing in this group. The game needs to fail. We need to have higher standards. Everyone who's okay with this is okay with eating shit. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you guys doing? This is the standards you want to keep. This is the standards where people are fucking losing jobs because it's not doing well. If you added these immersions into the game would have done fine. It would have continued on, and we're not going to see the people lose their jobs. But clearly, you guys want Xbox to fail. You want Microsoft to fail, and you want Oblivion to fail. I'm crashing out on that because I give a damn. I wanted these games to be good. I love this genre. It's one of my favorite fucking genres is RPG fantasy, especially when I get to carve my own fucking destiny. Don't fucking come at me. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. We should have fucking higher standards, and this is bullshit. Have some goddamn respect for yourself. Fuck.
I have no interest in playing this game because I don't like any of those other games, so that's why I'm not saying anything about it. But
Derek, that's the thing. It's not like any of those fucking games. Don't compare it to those games.
Oh yeah,
and
it's
you'll
just an RPG.
Enjoy it.
It's just a carve your own destiny RPG.
Right.
Yes, you'll enjoy it while it's around, Derek. Enjoy it while there's no sequel, there's no
Hogwarts
DLC.
Legacy. Sounds like Hogwarts. Sorry, I couldn't fucking cast Avada Kedavra on everybody I wanted
Hogwarts
to
Legacy
without
is
mods.
rated T for teens, 1, so you cannot just kill anybody you want. 2, most of the NPCs in Hogwarts Legacy are children. Most games don't
Why
let
are
kill
you
children.
so focused on killing everyone you want to kill? Why is that?
I should have that liberty. The thing is, we came from a place where we weren't able to do that. Then we started to be able to do that. And it's like changes a lot of things. I'm like, hell yeah. Sometimes the game's like, hey, guess what? No. Sometimes the game is like, hey, guess what? This NPC is going to treat you like shit. You could keep them around and you can get this benefit from them. You're living in the world now. I'm like, oh, damn, I really got decision. Or I can ice this fool right now. I can be happy that I got rid of this guy who treats me like shit. And I can feel content with that. I'm happy the game gave me the decision to do so. Like I said, Baldur's Gate 3 does a phenomenal job of that. This is where I wanted gaming. This is where we should continue to hype games up to Baldur's Gate 3 because this is the outcome we want. We want to see more games like this. I don't want to see more games where we can't fucking do shit, dick, outside of what they're force feeding me to eat. Get out of here, man.
Baldur's Gate is Dungeons and Dragons, to where every decision you make absolutely affects everything in the game.
Yep, just like Avowed was pitched. Congratulations.
Nope. Just because decisions you make carve your path doesn't change the fact that it's not a fucking open world sandbox game.
And guess what? When you pitch it that way, you're going to get people expecting that level of
you can
forethought.
go anywhere you want, do anything you want to do, and you will be put into the story at
Where
different points in time.
Correct. But Todd doesn't want those standards. He doesn't want to be able. He wants to be force-fed a story and nothing else. Congratulations, Todd. You really love games. You really love these fantasy RPG, don't you?
I sure do. It's my favorite genre.
Yeah, that's why you're playing Avowed right now.
I can't because we're over here talking. We were here,
right.
You know,
Your ass is going
fucking
straight to Marvel Rivals after this.
Right.
The only reason you wouldn't be is because I'm saying it. You put the devs in a box. They put themselves in the box. They shouldn't have to have the same game and the same features considered to be good. It's not the same game. It's not same features. These are basic RPG.
If they take these features away in the next Elder Scrolls or the next Fallout game, then you have the right to be mad. But this is a brand new game.
Well, then congratulations. I'm explaining right now why it won't succeed and it will fail.
No, all you're explaining right now is why you don't like the game.
I'm telling you it's going to fail, and I'm sorry. It's true. Look at the Steam numbers. 17,000 is really fucking low.
For a Microsoft game?
Guess what? For
a Microsoft game, it's really low.
Starfield came out exactly the same way on Game Pass and on Steam.
We're not comparing Starfield to Avowed. We're not comparing the backing of all of Bethesda to Avowed.
Okay.
To Obsidian that hasn't done anything in the past 15 years?
That's not true. They worked on their Outer Worlds. Okay. Congratulations.
That's a great
God,
fucking example.
Fucking stupid
great example.
17,000 is horrible. It's not going to get the game to kick
Obsidian
off.
Isn't pulling the numbers that Bethesda's pulling.
They need to pull something not 17,000. If it was like 100,000, then yes, we're actually cooking.
Oh, it's a Microsoft exclusive game.
So was Starfield.
No, it's not.
Yes, it was when it came out.
No, this
Avowed? Avowed's on Steam.
Yes, I understand that. When you get Starfield, that is a game that is, yes, Microsoft bought out Bethesda, but that is a game that prior to them working on it, that was Bethesda working on that game. Obsidian, that was Microsoft. That is a Microsoft title. That's as if they released a new fucking Halo. So it's not that crazy to see a small amount of numbers on not their base. Show me those numbers on Xbox consoles.
I wish Xbox had that level of
I wish they did too, because I guarantee you it'd at least be 100,000.
And guess what? I bet you that still wouldn't be enough. This game is not going to succeed. I promise you that. And I hate saying it, but it's the truth. We're going to hear back from a month or two, and it's going to be like, this company's going under, or they laid off a bunch of people because the game has been received as a flop. These are not good numbers to have, even if it's just Steam alone.
Insane.
And I'm telling you, Skyrim right now is on Steam and it is on Game Pass. There's more people playing Skyrim than playing Avowed.
Yeah, Skyrim is
an almost 15-year-old game.
One of the best games created of all time.
A 15-year-old game that has some of the best stepping stones of an RPG. That's all I'm saying. Some of the best stepping stones of an RPG, any basic RPG. I'm talking about how fire interacts with water, how arrows interact with surfaces, how NPCs, obviously, we talked plenty about that, but how just the world treats you, the immersion level of immersion that's not put into any care or thought into Avowed. Yeah, Starfield peaked at 300,000 on Steam, and that's why simultaneously releasing with Game Pass. Halo Infinite was 270,000. Avowed 17,000. It's cooked. I don't want it to be this way. You're right.
Comparing poster children.
Okay,
like the fucking, when you think of Xbox, you just said the fucking the poster children of the past fucking 10 years.
There you go. Well, for Forza Horizon, 80,000.
Yeah, Forza, the best fucking racing game on the fucking market right now. Weird.
Oh, that's definitely not true.
Weird.
The market's definitely different, and in a lot of Steam, there's a lot of Steams like I forgot the name of it, but there's one out there that's really good. Outer Worlds peaked at 20,000. I think Avowed
Forza.
Okay,
Why
anyway.
is that, Adam?
Because it's been around longer.
Oh, because I've been around Xbox longer. I'm just talking as far as up and coming racing games. While Forza, the newest Forza,
what I'm saying is Microsoft has the backing for that to do numbers just off of its fucking name. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Regardless, I'm just telling you like it is. I'm sad.
So Avowed compared to Bethesda numbers or the Starfield numbers?
What?
Yeah. How many people have heard of Starfield compared to how many people have heard of Avowed?
Everyone knows Obsidian, I guess. I'm not happy to say this. It's true though. And I'll be right. I'll be right when it comes to
I don't care whether you're right or wrong. I just don't think it's a valid crash out because I don't think that that's what the game is.
So my whole point is I'm mad because it's going to kill that industry or kill that company or development team. And if standards were high or low enough, it would raise the standard of not giving a shit with those elements in other games. However,
I'm sorry. If this is not what you want in gaming, wouldn't you want that company to be gone? Wouldn't you not want them to be able to produce more garbage like this if this is what they're spoon?
That's why he said he wants them to fail.
I want them to fail.
But he just said he doesn't want these people to lose their jobs. But
normally I wouldn't want them to lose their jobs, but they're going to. This one deserves to, but I don't want it to happen. I wish they would have I wish they would have treated us with our better standards. I wish they would have just put the fundamentals of fantasy-driven RPG in there. My argument is all these things that are wrong with the game are just should be in every basic RPG. Time will prove you right.
You can't go into Pallet Town and kill Professor Oak with Charmander,
which is crazy because Pokemon, at least those NPCs walk around and they go home. You can walk inside everyone's house, dude.
But it's an RPG, Derek. It's an RPG where you're carving your destiny as
but it's rated E for
okay.
It's not.
I understand that, but it's rated E.
You could do more. You can do more in that game than you can as far as the town is actually lived in. It feels lived in. It adds that immersion
because they run back and forth, and then they're like,
literally, because it can actually do that. You can watch somebody go into their house and walk home. You can go and follow them and walk into their home. That is adding to immersion. That should be basic in every RPG. It lacks these things, and it shouldn't. Why are your standards so low, Todd?
They're not. I'm not playing this game. I have no interest in playing this game. This isn't a game.
But I did, and now I can't because I don't want to support something like this.
And that's that right there. Ding, ding, ding. You're just mad that it's not what you wanted it to be. Game was what you had a vision of this game, and this game was going to be a new fucking world where you could do Skyrim shit, but in a different universe. It wasn't going to be Skyrim's universe. It was going to be Avowed's universe. And you could do all the stuff that you could do in Skyrim, but in Avowed. And then they're like, oh, you know what? This is a little bit different. Not what Adam was expecting. I'm sorry. This is our vision of what our game is going to be. And here you go. And Adam's like, no! Are you kidding me? I can't fucking go behind the graybeards and farm fucking sneak? Are you kidding me?
Speaking of sneak, you can't even upgrade your sneaking ability in Avowed. And your sneaking attack is the same animation, same thing every single time.
I agree with. That is garbage.
Basic RPG elements not added into a fucking game.
That's not basic RPG elements. That's just lazy gameplay in general. It does. You don't have to be a fucking RPG for that to be lazy gameplay.
It just continues to be lazy. This game is lazy, Todd. It's lazy, Billy. I don't care how much you think Todd's cooking. It's not.
Thank
He's
you,
not.
Bill. Thank you, Billy.
And when the game fails,
Thank
I'll make
you.
sure I give you and Todd such the greatest shit about it because it's going.
I
to,
don't
and
care if it fails because I'm not
I don't
putting
care
any
if I've
money
been wrong
or
about this
fucking-
whole hot take, Adam. I don't care. I don't care. Everything you said is going to prove me wrong. Because everything, literally, what I'm arguing for is passion for the industry, passion for the titles. Adam, you might not like it. Guess who's with me? More than half the fucking player base that was looking forward to this game. Congratulations. You just pissed off everybody who was looking forward to playing this game. And now you're going to be like, oh, damn, what happened? That's what happened. We want the fucking fundamentals of an RPG in the fucking game. Surprise, surprise. When you don't put them in there, you're not going to get the fucking players and the game's going to tank and the industry or the company can go under. All right.
If Avowed does fail in a couple weeks and like they start firing people, someone's gonna end up muting the chat because Adam's about to fucking go crazy in there. Talk so much shit specifically to you and Billy.
I don't care.
All the
I-
gifts
I'll make sure
I'm
Billy's a
tagging
special
you.
guest on that fucking day. Come on. Tell me all about fucking fucking Hellblade 2.
You're crazy. We're going
So
back to
fuck, guys.
Hellblade 2.
Fuck out of here. Go get away with your
That's
Oh, Brian cooking in the chat already did better than Concord.
That's a
Talk
low
about
bar.
your fucking PlayStation shills.
That is a low bar.
But-
GG's.
We should probably move on because we wasted a lot of time on that.
I don't think it was a waste. That was great.
It was good. I'm happy I got to get it all on my chest. I've been
For the
holding it in.
record, Todd, that feeling of arguing with him, not picking any sides, but this is how our Star Wars conversation goes all the fucking time.
Oh, so you agree with me? Thank you.
I'm not agreeing with anybody. I'm just saying
Right.
I know what it's
you're
like
not
to
agreeing
argue
with me
Adam.
on camera to like.
I know
not-
what it's
not-
like to argue with Adam. Is all I'm saying.
Brian saying quality content, my boys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It gets me hot, but man, it sucks having this
And
much
again,
passion
it's
for
not an
games.
argument for me.
and
It's just
movies.
me understanding why Adam is upset. He's just upset that the game wasn't what he wanted it to be.
It's not what everybody
that's okay.
wanted it to be.
I mean, it sounds like it is if you're getting people blocking you on Twitter for
Yes.
your
Yeah,
opinion on the
You have a
game.
bunch of council warriors out there. Yeah, I had
People are
blocking
liking the
me.
game so much that they're saying your opinion isn't worth listening to, and they're blocking you.
Okay, well, I guarantee you, it's like, what is it? 5 people to 100,000 people on my side. Like, yeah, these 5 people are pretty loud about how much they like the game, overly so, without even giving any credibility to any actual decent discourse around the issues it has.
Also,
They
I feel
want the
like
game to
Adam
fail.
was-
It sucks.
Adam was blocked because he started fucking sharing this guy's likes on fucking posts, putting him on blast. He was like, "No more of that. Block this guy."
I'll get clipped for sure. And when I get proved right, it's going to be even nicer to have this clipped, I suppose.
Especially the whole little movement like this. That was great.
We're gonna somehow, some way live in the universe to where their fucking shit just skyrockets in a month, and it's gonna be like, yo, how did we not know about this game dropping? This is gonna be the game of the year.
Honestly, if that was the way everyone received it, dude, I don't even know what I would do. I'd be like, yo, this is crazy.
You'd be like, "Ooh," you just cease to
I would
exist.
mourn video games, honestly. I'd be like, dude, if this is what everyone's willing to lap up, I'm like, dude, y'all are just eating shit and it's crazy. Have some standards is all I'm saying.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
If you're just saying if without taking any of that in consideration, you clearly don't want the game to succeed. This is fucking sad. All right.
I got nothing else for video games.
Let's move on to what do you guys want to do? Movies, music, or TV? We got a couple
Let's
more
do
things to
TV
really
real
touch
quick.
on. Yeah, there's a couple quick notes on that one. I put movies and I switched it last to TV. My bad.
That's silly, Brian. That's the
Let's do movies.
question, man.
Why were you willing to watch it but not play it? That's what I usually tend to do with something if I'm skeptical on it. I don't want to I don't want to waste time on it. But I would rather
Time is crazy because
Okay.
the time is still being
I don't
spent.
want to support it, okay? I don't want it to have any of my support.
That's there. There you go. There you go.
If I have an issue with something like that, I'm like, I don't want it to have any of my. I don't want it to gas up one more number from me. You know, I don't care if anybody else goes based off of me just saying that. But like,
that's the short way to anser it. Yeah, we got to move on to the movies now.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
I'm just joking. All right, movies, really quick. We didn't get to talk about this last week.
Werewolf?
No, it's Taylor Lautner.
Yeah, the Werewolf.
Oh, Werewolf. I heard there's something. I don't know what the hell I heard. Yeah, Taylor Lautner, guy.
Oh
who
yeah,
played...
he's a wolf.
Yeah. So Taylor Lautner and Twilight played. What's his name? Is Edward or Jacob? Team Jacob or Team Edward? Everybody, but. Taylor Lautner played so everyone knows him as the werewolf man, werewolf boy, whatever you want to call him. He's never really gotten his name for himself. Aside from that, everyone just calls him that. But I guess Amazon is pitching a movie or going to be doing a movie with him based off of him playing Jacob from Twilight. And it's going to be like something like he's playing himself based off of just finishing filming Twilight or something like that. And actual werewolf hunters approach him and ask him to become a werewolf hunter or something around those lines. And I think that's hilarious. It's a fun way to build onto his character and actually get him into a movie with poking some fun from where he's at.
He's like, look at how great Robert's doing with his life. I want to do something.
Which is kind of what I wanted to bring up because Robert Pattinson, I guess he was at some type of event and they're like, the camera guy was like, hey, did you see your fans over there? He was like, yeah, they're all dudes. He's like, they're all guys. Like, he was shocked by it. I was like, he went his whole life being Edward, you know. He's like, oh, the girl's going crazy. Then he became Batman, and all the guys were like, yeah, Batman.
That's what's up.
So I was like,
I do want to see that his new movie, Mickey 17.
Mickey 17. Yeah, that one looks good. His acting looked crazy. At least being able to change his voice like that.
Did we ever talk about it here? Did y'all ever see the Lighthouse with him and Willem Dafoe?
No, I never seen it. Was it good?
No.
Weird.
It's weird.
No,
it's not bad.
I think you told me about that movie,
but it's not good.
Like,
it's weird as
in
fuck,
it, and it's weird. Yeah,
it's weird as fuck, dude. That's one of the weirder movies.
That's. Then the little thing was Chainsaw Man. I didn't know they announced the movie, or I knew they were going to do a movie, but I didn't know the trailer released for that.
You sent that, and I was like, it's been out for a month. How the hell did I miss
that totally flew over our radar, but it looks that trailer looked insane.
It looks awesome.
Yeah. Mappa killing it, crushing it. They're gonna do their thing. And then finally, with movies, we're going to talk about Amazon got the full rights to do James Bond. And Jeff Bezos put out there on whatever social media it was, asking fans or people who he thinks they should cast as James Bond. And I was just having fun. Who is your vote for that?
Yeah,
honestly, I don't know if I really have anybody straightforward. I'm kind of like up for honestly, anybody. Be interesting to see.
I think they should bring Pierce Brosnan back.
Hell yeah.
I have a vote and Derek's gonna hate it.
All right.
Ooh, I'm gonna hate it.
Yeah.
What's that? Who is it?
I was gonna try to guess. I don't have a guess. What?
It's because of his oversaturation.
Why would he hate that? You gonna say
Pedro Pascal?
Yes, exactly that. I knew Derek would hate it.
I wouldn't even.
I knew it.
There's no way.
I mean, it just makes sense. He would play that role very well.
Who cares?
I don't think so.
Play someone else. That's a terrible.
Sorry, Derek. I'm sorry.
You know who I would actually want is when it was
the guy that played Amy Lannister. Give him the job.
That's actually not a bad pick. When it was rumored to be Aaron Taylor Johnson, I thought it was actually pretty that would have been a good one. Kick-Ass or
Craven.
Yeah, Craven. Yeah.
Don't do that.
No, Craven.
Don't do that.
It's his best work.
No, it's Kick-Ass, Bullet Train, and 28 Years Later so far as of right now. That's all you can refer to. Right.
Bullet Train though, hell yeah, that movie was dope.
Bullet Train was awesome.
Yeah.
Not Pierce Brosnan. Pedro Pascal just fits that age range for me.
Okay. All right.
Get him out of there.
Get him out of there. I knew you'd hate it.
He's doing too much. I like
so
Pedro
what?
Pascal. He's doing too much.
So what? Let him do more.
Let him do more.
I want to see someone else doing that shit.
It's either that or they gender swap it to Meg the Stallion.
Okay, I was not with you when you said gender swap, but then you said Meg the Stallion, and I'm all for it.
As long as they
watch the fuck out.
As long as they somehow fit the Fast and Furious movies in there as well.
Go for it. I don't give a shit. You put Meg at
Fast,
007, that's
it'd be like
great.
Fast 007. Ooh.
The double O's are just going to be her ass cheeks. It would be great. That's how you do
Yeah.
it.
I'm
Now
here
we're
for
cooking. We got some good ideas cooking in the lab.
Naturally.
But aside from that, we can now go on to TV. Let's get that
I
quickly
wasn't here for the
out of
gender
that.
swap.
All right, now we're doing TV.
Television.
Haven't seen our thumbnail for today's video on the YouTube. It is the Avatar, mainly Avatar. It's the biggest one. It's the biggest picture of not the blue people. We're talking about like Avatar.
No, that's not even needed to be necessary, Adam.
Yeah,
Them
don't-
motherfuckers ain't
Like
shit.
people are dumb and
No.
think that.
They know what it is.
Look,
talking about
whenever we
Avatar.
mention Avatar, we're gonna be look at Adam's arm. Look at behind Todd. Anytime we mention Avatar, it's the fucking Last Airbender. It's not gonna be no fucking aliens.
Look
in
at my
space.
boy.
James Cameron's a bum. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Is
I don't know
it
which one is which.
Sokka?
Was Mako? This is Sokka.
That's I was saying Sokka was being handed to you. Is what I was
Yeah.
saying.
That's what you were saying.
My boys.
And Sokka and Mako. Hell yeah. But yeah, they finally announced the next Avatar.
Money,
They're
Avatar.
doing the project. It's gonna be the next Avatar coming after Korra.
I'm so happy that they lied to us years ago and said that they were never doing anything Avatar again.
Yeah, apparently this new Avatar has to deal with the world in chaos. I'm
They all
guessing-
hate the Avatar.
and they all hate the Avatar. It's like
Nice.
My
That
guess-
makes sense after what Korra did.
I feel like it's not directly to Korra. It's more or
I
less
have
like
to watch that still.
they're
I
just
have
going to
never
blame
watched
her
Korra.
because of the spirit world merging. Yeah, Derek hasn't seen Legend of Korra. He definitely needs to
know.
see Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
Derek,
piece
you
of
need to
crap.
just watch fucking season 3, dog. Season 2 is rough. I'm gonna tell you right now, season 2 is rough. Bear through it because season 3 is debatably
Well,
the best season in all of
season 2 is
Avatar.
rough. However, it does have some of the best moments when
Including
it
the
comes to
first
Avatar
one?
1.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I know.
All right,
that's
all right.
that's fucking
Season
strong
3?
to say. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. The best
Okay.
season of Legend of Korra. But
Oh, Todd didn't say Legend of Korra. He said of
No,
Avatar.
I said
Oh,
it's
of Avatar, that's
debatably
fair,
the best
that's fair.
season of Avatar. It's
Well-
not better than season 3, book 3 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's absolutely perfection. But
Yeah.
it could
I
definitely
would
fit in the
probably
top.
put it right behind there.
Okay.
Probably put it
I'm
right
not mad
behind
at that.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
But season 2 does have Avatar 1. It has that whole backstory of the first Avatar ever. and
That
that's
was really cool.
Yeah, that was the best part of season
That
2.
was really
Wait,
cool.
real quick, one question: is Legend of Korra like on a streaming service somewhere?
Good question. My guess would be Peacock because I
My
think they
guess.
have oh no, Paramount because they have Nickelodeon stuff.
Oh,
I believe that's
like
the
one thing.
Last I
don't have.
saw it was on Netflix, low key.
if you still we could talk about that later. Aside
Yeah,
from
it's
that,
on Netflix right now.
Oh,
it was
bet.
just-
Okay.
it was just good to see that they finally announced it. Avatar Studios, man, there's so many things they're doing, and I can't wait to start seeing
Dude.
any lick of it because honestly, they've been working at it for a while, which is good because it means they've been working really hard at bringing these things to life. They got a video game coming out. They got multiple projects. This was like maybe the third animated project. Billy also said it's on Netflix. Thank
Thanks,
you, Billy.
Billy.
But honestly, like really, like very stoked for Avatar Studios. They got a lot of things coming. I'm like super
Yeah.
excited. It's gonna
Avatar
be interesting. Oh yeah,
Studios
this
is-
newest Avatar is gonna be Earth Nation and Twins. Well, one of them's gonna be an Avatar, but not the other.
Long lost twins. So like,
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm assuming they get reunited.
Oh,
Like,
they're long. Okay, never mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought there was gonna be like they grew up together. One's jealous of the other type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. So we'll
That'll be interesting though. Like people see the Avatar and then they're gonna see the twin and be like, "Oh, the Avatar!"
Oh,
that the
that's-
twin probably gets treated
Yeah.
like shit. Like, oh, you fucking piece of
Exactly.
shit. You
once,
did this
once
to
the
us.
identity comes out, that's gonna be interesting.
I'm
And
really
then
assuming,
they're Earth.
Earth.
yeah,
yep.
the Earth, and then the whole world's chaos. I'm assuming because of the well, I guess that's a spoiler for Derek, but at the same time, it's not the biggest reveal. But the spirit world and the regular
Korra
world
fucks some
do
shit
get
up. Yeah, I got that.
spirit world, regular world do get merged. I would like
Oh.
to see maybe this one reconciling backstepping one of the things that did happen, but not in like a
No.
disrespectful way, but like in a cool journey way.
Yes.
Sure,
yes.
I saw what you guys were saying. Yeah,
Yeah. So fingers
Oh
crossed.
shit! I'm sorry. I forgot about that.
you're fine. It's not a big deal.
All right. That was mainly it. But if
Yeah.
you guys had anything else to touch upon,
No,
that?
no, I completely agree.
I will.
Fucking Team
I will
Avatar.
watch
Let's go.
Legend of Korra. I can't promise that I'll have it all done by next episode, but after tomorrow, I'm on a 5-day weekend. I don't go back to
Damn.
work until next Thursday. So
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I'm
and
like
then,
completely off on Sundays, so we should definitely do something.
yeah,
Try to
for sure.
Baldur's
Well,
games.
it's Haley's
Hmm.
birthday next Tuesday. So I took off the 3 days around it, the 2 days around it, and her birthday. But then also the weekend after, she's going to her sister's with the girls. So I'll be home alone that whole
Nice.
weekend. So if I don't have Legend of Korra done by the next episode, I will have it done by the one after that for sure.
Really nice.
To myself, probably just watch that.
All right, so we're gonna
Do it is if Haley says she also wants to watch it, and I gotta watch it with her. Then
Oh shit.
all right. We're gonna kick it off with the last topic we had to bring to the table, which is just a quick one, a little music study we had for each other. And that's
yeah.
with music.
oh shit.
You listen to the songs, Derek. I heard you say, "Oh shit."
I forgot about it. No, I listened to the songs. I listened to the songs earlier this week.
There's actually one thing aside from our music study that I wanted to bring up. Todd's gonna love it, sort of, but also like, I just have a little takeaway on
You know
it.
what's crazy? I don't recall. I'm like racking my brain and I don't remember Adam's song now.
Did you listen to it, Todd?
Starburster.
I did.
Okay.
DC Fontaine's Starburster.
But aside from that, really quick, what I wanted to bring up was Drake's new album. There's one song I've been hearing a clips from, and I was like, I didn't know it was Drake at first. I was like, this I actually.
You know what's crazy? I didn't know Drake dropped a new album.
Yeah.
Me neither.
There's a song called Nokia, and a lot of people have been playing a little clip of that song, and I didn't know it was Drake because he's with somebody else, and somebody starts the chorus of that song. I like the chorus, and Drake does sing a part of the chorus too. I like the chorus. I listened to the song. I wasn't a fan of the song, but the chorus goes hard. So I thought Todd would appreciate that.
I will have to listen
Wait a
to
minute.
it.
Wait a minute. I was just talking to somebody about Drake's music, and we went over something. My phone's not turning on. I don't know.
Okay.
What's his album called?
I don't know. It's got some buildings in the background. I literally know little to nothing. I wasn't gonna go out of my way.
Some
especially-
sexy songs for you.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I hate it.
What
already.
Billy
the
said Nokia
hell?
is the only good one.
Oh, it dropped in February. Oh, I did. Okay.
It literally
I did not
dropped
listen to this.
a
I
week
saw-
ago.
Yeah.
It dropped on it dropped on fucking Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Nokia. That chorus goes hard. I do like that chorus a lot. I fucks with it. But the rest of the song, I was like, oh, why does it starts really weird, and then it starts to get into the vibe, and then the chorus hits, and you're like, yeah, and then I
I've
wish the
seen
chorus
this
would have
album
happened a bunch
cover.
more. But
That's crazy. I didn't even know he dropped an album. I'll have to listen to that.
that is actually crazy. I thought
I'll give it a
everyone's album
listen.
had that on lock. All right.
Yeah.
But aside from that,
said that I won't at least give it a shot.
right on. That's true, right? But okay, so then you guys already revealed my song. What was it? The Starburster by DC
DC
Fontaine.
Fontaine's.
What'd you guys-
DC?
What'd you guys think of that
Fontaine's
song?
DC. What the fuck ever. It was
I
good.
know.
It was real catchy. I liked it.
Yeah. I heard that song. I was getting ready to go to work, and it was playing on the radio of all places. And before I turned on
I've
my
never
music,
even heard of them.
and I was like, "This is actually going kind of hard." So I decided to
Yeah,
listen to it,
good.
and then I put it on my playlist. Did you put it on your guys' playlist? Something you'd listen to, or not really?
I don't have a playlist for it to be on, but I've listened to it
Okay.
like every day since you showed it.
Oh,
since you
okay.
Requested it, yeah. But I did the same
don't
thing
do
with Todd's.
playlists, so I
Yeah.
just fucking add it to my library.
Okay.
Right, yeah, same. So the both songs are in my library, and I've listened to both of them. I mean, spoiler, I've been super into both the songs you guys recommended.
Oh, for sure.
No,
All right, so that's good to hear. Yeah, like I said, heard it on my way to work, and I was like, "Yo,
is that the only song you know from them, or do you listen to more?
literally the only song I know from them." So
Oh, damn. Okay,
I should probably listen to more. But yeah, I actually really like that song.
for sure.
All right, who wants to go next? As far as their song was
Go ahead,
concerned.
Derek.
So we're doing Derek's song. What was
Yeah,
Derek's
go ahead.
song? Derek was
It's from Peeling Flesh. It's numbers. I forget what the exact numbers are.
Like 211, 187.
Yeah, something like that.
definitely not my thing. I
Oh,
listened to
I'm
it.
well aware of that.
Yeah, and I was like, I wish I liked it more than I do. I just can't really get with it. Like, there's like certain small parts of it. I'm like, and then it just loses it. And I'm like, and I just not my thing, man. I just felt like it just continued too long, which it didn't. That was the weird thing. I was listening. I was like, this is going on for way too long. Really,
Their songs are
5 minutes, and I looked at it and
yeah.
it wasn't, and I was like, God damn, I'm just really not enjoying it that much. So
no, all their songs are real short.
So that was my experience with it. So sorry, but it's not something I will not be listening to.
That's fine.
It's weird because I didn't hate the song, but I felt like that song was Midsummer in this form of a song. Like it was kind of all over the place to me, and by the end of it, I felt like I didn't achieve anything. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember if I actually hit add to the library on that one, but I just, by the end of it, I was just like, I don't feel any different than I did a minute and a half ago. So
interesting way to think about it or feel
yeah.
about it. No, when I recommend my songs to you guys, I go into it fully expecting negative reviews. I'm just curious to see if I could sneak one in there somewhere.
Still, the one you recommended last week, I don't hate it, but after I made my discovery,
The vocals. Yeah.
like I just hear Drake's Pinocchio the whole time. So
no,
I'm just going for songs that I'm picking a song for each of you. This time, this song was for Adam.
Oh, I loved it.
Okay.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was
Todd's
great.
was what was the name of it from JID?
JID,
JID
151 rum.
Yeah.
151 rum. That was great.
There's only one thing I didn't like about the song. And it's one of those cheesy things of me saying that it went by too fast.
Oh, sure. It's a shorter song.
Yeah, it's a shorter song.
I was not happy that it was shorter because I was like, dude, when he started going to, I was like, yeah, I'm digging it.
Just hit replay.
Yeah, honestly. No, but it's definitely a song to put on my playlist. So
For sure.
Not mad at it.
Yeah, I already like have the next
song. I'm excited. Yeah, even if it's something I don't like, it's fun to still do this. There's two different songs I'm kind of like brainstorming to send you guys for the next one, but we'll get to it. I'll figure out which one I want to send you guys, and we'll.
Oh, we're not doing it live?
We can do it live. Do you have a song, Todd?
I mean, you know me, off the top of the dome.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess I can.
Adam's not ready.
No, I could go ahead. Just tell me yours, and then we'll add it, and we can maybe even people. If anybody's got a song they want to recommend, damn, Brian had one last week, I think, and I didn't remember to write that down. We should have had that ready. I'm sorry we failed you, Brian. If you want to put a new one or redo the old one, if anybody wants to put down the song they recommend, we'll come back to you. We'll listen to it, and then we'll come back to you next week with what we think about it.
Stay Gutter by Filth.
Oh, I know that one.
Do you really?
Yeah, you told me that one.
Okay, Derek, gotta get a new one.
I did tell you that one. Y'all didn't listen to Nelly? Which song from Nelly did you recommend?
Oh, yeah, it was just a dream by Nelly.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It was only just a dream.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Derek.
We
can still do it because Adam hasn't seen it or listened to it.
No, it's okay. We'll come back to that. Don't worry about it.
Y'all want cliche? Or I guess cliche since Todd said I like aggressive rap. Or do you want the one that's kind of more of an oddball?
Do the oddball stuff. Okay.
All right. They Want EFX by Das EFX. Unless you've heard it.
I mean, you'll have to send this to us.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
I don't know any of those words you just said.
It's they, like they, and then want, and then there's the letters EFX. I'm sending it to you guys. And by Das EFX.
So my other song is The Return by Shadow of Intent.
The Return?
Yes. By Shadow of Intent.
All right. Mike Dime's Home from Todd.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Did you write in mine and send it already? Or
Yep.
Okay, cool.
The Return by Shadow of Intent.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we got all of ours on our thing. Let's see. She's
Kerosene.
The
Interrupters.
Okay.
Go ahead, write that down.
All right, we got you, Brian. We'll listen to it and we'll return back next week. Hopefully you're on when we are, or you're awake while we are on, and we can give our thoughts live to you. Whoop.
Right, that one is Brian's song.
Oh yeah. It's a good point.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Derek, take us home.
All right. Well, thanks for everybody that stopped by, everyone that commented. We are the Lazy Susan. I am Derek here with Todd and Adam. As always, love you guys. Can't wait to see you guys again next week. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your night.
Also, really quick shout out to you, TikTok. For those watching on TikTok, we appreciate you guys sticking around. And
Thank you.
I don't think we had anybody in the chat
like,
except from
subscribe.
Azurama. But yeah, make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, and
share,
follow,
whatever.
whatever you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
on all
Everything
the things on every platform.
Do all the things everywhere.
Yeah, all the time. No, yeah,
the
but we
YouTube button located right about here.
we appreciate you guys. I'm gonna end it really quick on TikTok's end, and then we can end it over here. So, peace out, TikTok. Thanks again.
Oh,
Yeah, we
shout
should
out
probably
the
say
socials.
the names.
Oh yeah, wait, socials for us.
At the Lazy Susan.
It'll be usually a 3 at the end too, just because sometimes we couldn't get that.
Well, which one is which? You gotta say which one.
For
TikTok
Twitter, for all of them, for TikTok, for YouTube, for Twitter, or X, and Twitch,
the Lazy Susan 3
and Instagram. So, yep,
Okay.
All the Lazy Susan 3.
yeah, all together, no spaces.
Nice.
All right, we're ending on TikTok. So peace out. Keep it real. Have a good one. Get TikTok.
See ya.
Yeah.
And then we can end it here, you beautiful bastards. Thanks again, Brian, for sticking around and joining in. Thank you, Billy. I don't know if you're still around, but appreciate you for jumping in the comments, even if it was against everything I had, all against my thoughts and wishes. But I still appreciate you sticking around, commenting.
Yo, shout out to Sure Hamlet in the comments going crazy.
Spamming some bot stuff that will probably get deleted, but whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's the process of making it there, right?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
All right, you guys take it easy.
Y'all do the same.